It turns out that it was all Lisa's plan, and she was going to plan a perfect murder to make her husband pay a heavy price. First of all, she needs a friend who can speak for herself. So Lisa frequently socializes with neighbors and reveals her husband's short temper. Subsequently, she used the family's possessions in Nick's name to go on a shopping spree, and while Nick is playing the game, he tricks him into signing his own accident insurance. In order to disguise herself as a vulnerable person, she stole the urine of her neighbor, who was already pregnant, and sent it to the hospital to falsify evidence. Then, on her wedding anniversary, after her husband went out, she began to fake the crime scene and put all the blame on Nick. After Lisa did all this, she chose to leave secretly, and in Lisa's plan, she would eventually choose to commit suicide to frame her husband. But when she saw Nick still laughing on the internet, Lisa changed her plan again. She wanted her husband to fall in love with her again. She finds her ex-boyfriend, who takes her to a private villa in the suburbs, but Lisa doesn't know that while she is taking advantage of others, she is also being used by them. In the face of the goddess of the year, the possessiveness of the ex-boyfriend has never diminished. The next day, when she saw her ex-boyfriend leave, Lisa tied her ankles with a rope and then took out red wine to wet her clothes. She crawls to the surveillance position, makes a distressed appearance, and disguises herself as a miscarriage. When her ex-boyfriend comes back in the evening, Lisa seduces her to her room. After the ex-boyfriend let his guard down, he slashed the other party's throat and finally returned to Nick's side. After examining the wounds, the doctor determined that Lisa had been sexually assaulted, and the police found Lisa not guilty of the surveillance found at the villa. And although Nick will not believe his wife's words in the face of hundreds of reporters, he can only maintain a good image of his husband. If Nick chooses to abandon his wife, he will be spurned by everyone.